5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the gun on third down, Atkinson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little.
Go. Any weapons? 15, 9. 15, 9. Mike 5-9. Hey, check.
On second and 11 now. Jones. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ready?
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Ready? 30 base.
Mike 45. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Atkinson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Game situation. Let's go. Alert flare. Pilot, 64. Weak.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Alpha.
From the 27, Jones. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, Jones. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 9. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a score closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's going to wind up, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. To throw on 3rd down, Atkinson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, watch the slant.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the whip. Hit it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go, let's go.
A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me, zipper. Out.
Check the backer, check the backer. Shift.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Atkinson, flush to his right. Looking deep now for McCoy. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
No. Yep. Ready.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And now here's another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2nd and 11. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones is going to go for a big play. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Watch out.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Atkinson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Looking deep now for McCoy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Ready.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Looking to throw. Atkinson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
13 yards, first down, Packers. Now, that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready? 6-6. Pull it high. Bravo. Get ready.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big off.